Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of FTB Beyond. In today's episode, we're actually going to be doing a little bit of exploration. There have been quite a few of you who have said, hey, you should do an exploration episode, you should go exploring, and you should go explore and do things, and I think, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. I have to admit, I'm not actually feeling very well today, so this might be the only video that comes out today, and with me not feeling very well, it may be a little bit of a shorter episode too. I don't know. I don't think I'm sick. I think I maybe just like ate something that didn't agree with me or something like that, but I'm not feeling super hot. So, yeah. I do have some stuff with me though. I'm bringing 15 matter receivers and flux points with me. So if we do come across anything super cool that I want to be able to come back to whenever I want, I can just plop down one of those matter receivers, and then I can teleport there whenever I want to, basically. So that should be good. I haven't really explored off in... Oh, we found a jungle. I don't think we've found a jungle yet in this world. Maybe I have. This seems to be a pretty small jungle, though. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's a little bigger than I had thought. Yeah, it's not super big. It's not super big, but still, a jungle is a jungle. That means we can find stuff here like cocoa beans and all that kind of good stuff. And what's this? Amaranth wood. Why don't we grab our lumber axe and let's actually, let's chop this guy down. Let's take these saplings with us. Who knows? They may come in handy. There's that, Natura. So, not forestry, which means it's not one of the breedable guys, but... Or actually, let's use our hatchet. There we go. Got ourselves a sapling. That's what I really wanted. Okay. Cool. A little bit of a jungle. Little jungle action. Good stuff. So yeah. It's been one of those days for me. This is also probably going to be a little bit of a talky episode as we're exploring. I have some things that I want to talk about. And stuff like that. So I always record my videos bees, please don't sting. I always record my videos one day in advance. At least one day in advance. Sometimes I have to backlog a little bit more than that. But, you know, like you're seeing this video on Sunday, I recorded this on Saturday. Saturday's videos I recorded on Friday, and so on and so forth. That's just a thing. It helps me keep my sanity and stay ahead of schedule and not have to worry about, something kind of coming up and making my videos late or something like that. So today, for me, Saturday, I got our taxes done. And I will say, this is the first year that I've had to do taxes where I properly, realistically, this is the first year I've had to do taxes where I was significantly self-employed, I guess would be the way to say it. Like I had self-employment income because that's basically what YouTube is. It's basically self-employment income. I had some of that last year, but not really enough of it that it was anything I had to, worry about at all as far as taxes and stuff goes. And this was the first year that I was making enough on YouTube where it was something where, like, you really have to kind of worry about, like, how much you might have to pay in and all that kind of stuff. And I will say, self-employment taxes are a nightmare. It's just so much stuff with all the itemized deductions and, oh, man, it's been a headache, to say the least, for a while. My wife and I have been kind of preparing for taxes now for like several weeks, and it's been quite the ordeal, and I am very, very happy to have it done with and have those taxes filed. So that's kind of a weight off my shoulders, so to speak. It's good. It's definitely good that I've got that done and I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff anymore. However, wifey is about to leave on a business trip, so I'm taking her to the bus stop today, and she's taking a bus up to Wisconsin to go do some work. She works in the dairy industry, taking pictures of cows. She's like a cowtographer. It's a job that apparently is a job. I didn't know it was a job until I met her. But hey, a job is a job. And she enjoys it. But I'm taking her up to Wisconsin and she's going to be gone for a couple weeks. So I'm going to have the house to myself. I'll be able to basically just kind of do my thing and wait for her to get home. I will, of course, miss her because I love my wife. She's wonderful. But still, at the same time, I will have the whole house to myself. Who knows? Maybe I'll do like some random extra streams or something like that. I've been a little bit behind on streams lately. Between all of the things that have been going on in my life, mostly related to the taxes, and some other stuff too. Nothing bad, just things that, kind of occupy your time. So, yeah. A little bit behind on streams. Hoping to have maybe like a makeup stream this week. The day that you're seeing this video, I normally stream. Is that a nitwit? I think that's a nitwit. No, it's an arborist. Oh, maybe we should. And he sells these. That sequoia is a beautiful color. Maybe I should take this guy with me. Do I have a. Hi, you come with me. Villages. Villages are always good. What about you? You're a librarian that sells kaboomerang? I have no idea what kaboomerang is, but it sounds fascinating. We're just going to loot this whole village. I'm not going to worry about, leaving it all nice and pretty or anything like that. What about you? Unbreaking 3? I've got Tinker's tools, so realistically I don't really need much of this stuff anyway. We will definitely take the Tinker's stuff, these crates, although it looks like only 2 generated, unless the other one generated, aha, right in there, got it. And I'll take the hammer as well. And then we can actually send a lot of this stuff back home, which is awesome. You can just send it into our ender chest and directly into our refined storage system, which is always kind of a cool thing. It's one of the nice things that you can do in modded. You can send stuff back home rather than having to, carry it in shulker boxes and backpacks and random things. So it's kind of nice. What is this? Oh, this is a, bee house from forestry. Let's take these apiaries. And you're an arborist as well. Maybe I'll take him too. What's in here? Anything good? Some stuff. And you're an apiarist that sells that stuff. I really don't think I'm going to get into bees. Maybe I will, but I'm not really. Oh, hi. Oh, no. Did I kill him? No, but I did hurt him. Sorry. My apologies, villager. You can also come with me. Who knows? Maybe I'll be able to make use of that. Anything good in here? I think this is the jam. Yeah, the jam guy from Actually Editions. I don't think there's really anything else in this village that's too interesting. Not worth, certainly not worth putting down like a teleport point for. But let's keep looking around. So yeah, wifey leaving on a business trip. Taxes are done, so that's fantastic. And also, Couplecraft. A lot of you have been asking where Couplecraft is at. That's the series, the modded series that I do with my wife. For those of you who are new to the channel or who haven't seen it or anything like that, it's the series I do with my wife. We derp around a lot. It's mostly just amusing, but it's a fun time. And we haven't done a Couplecraft episode in quite a while, and that's because we've been dealing with this whole tax situation thing, and business trips and all this other kind of just stuff that has kind of gotten in the way. Because the thing with a multiplayer series like Couplecraft, right, when it's like a co-op series like that, I can't record it by myself. It's a 2-person thing, right? Like I need wifey there in order to record Couplecraft, because it wouldn't be Couplecraft without both of us. So like I have been able to record Couplecraft myself for a while. But, if wifey was busy with other things, which she has been, that means that's why there hasn't been Couplecraft. The season has not ended. The series has not ended. It's not over. It's just a matter of having the ability for both of us to record it at the same time. So hopefully what will happen, wifey's going to go on her business trip for a couple weeks. I don't remember. She's back right before Easter weekend. I forget the exact date, but she'll be back shortly before Easter weekend, and then we're probably going to start that up again. start doing some Couplecraft together. So look forward to that if that's a series that you guys enjoy. Also, yesterday was April Fool's, and there was I did a little bit of an April Fool's video with a couple of the other Hermitcraft members, and that was interesting. It was interesting to see the reactions on that video, because there was a lot of people who seemed to think it was like an old video that I had just, had sitting around on my hard drive or something like that, and that I had decided, and that I was just releasing now. And then there was, of course, some people who knew right off the bat that it was an April Fool's joke, and that, it wasn't an old video per se. And there were also people who thought it was an old video and that was the April Fool's joke, was that a bunch of the hermits were releasing this ancient video that we had recorded together back when Minecraft was in its early days. We recorded... Ooh, that looks like a mesa. That totally is a mesa. Nice. Okay, so this is a good place to put a teleportation thing, I think. Like, mesa, yeah, that's useful. Let's do that. Let's put one right here. We'll just put this guy right there. We'll put the flux point on it. We'll call it mesa biome. Like so. Oh, hey. No. And then we'll put that onto our network so that this thing can get power, and then I can teleport back here whenever I want. So that could come in handy. It would also be great if we could find like an ice plain spikes biome. But anyway, going back to the April Fool's Day video, a little bit of behind the scenes. It was not an old video. It was not an old video. It was a video that we recorded relatively recently. I think it was like a week or two ago, something like that. And I intentionally did many things wrong when it comes to that video. Rather than using my Audio-Technica AT3060 mic, which is the microphone that you guys are listening to me right now, I swapped that over for a webcam, used my webcam as a microphone to mess up the audio. I intentionally set my frame rate to 15 frames per second when recording. There's a lot of little things like that I did to really just mess with the video quality. And then, of course, we all kind of pretended that we never heard of Minecraft before, which was actually a lot harder to do. Like, I was trying so hard not to build something fun, or, like, to not know the crafting recipes by heart and stuff like that. It was a good time. And if you want to kind of look at, if you haven't seen that video yet and you want to take a peek at it and just kind of get an idea of what Minecraft videos were years ago, that would be kind of that's something you could certainly take a look at and just kind of get an idea. And there are some Minecraft videos out there that are still made similarly with horrible audio quality and all that kind of stuff, but it's rare to see that from large. Well, I shouldn't even say large. I should say it's rare to see that now. It's a lot more rare to see that nowadays. Like, the idea of quality on YouTube has really kind of evolved over the years, where, several years ago, you could totally get away with having videos that weren't, like, amazingly good quality-wise. And now it's like, no, not at all. So YouTube as a whole has kind of changed and shifted in such a way where nowadays there's a certain expectation when it comes to audio quality and video quality and all that kind of stuff. What did we get? We got a couple more capacitors, a couple diamonds, nothing too great there. The capacitors are really useful, though. Those Ender IO capacitors, well, they might be useful. They might also be completely useless, but looks like we got a couple of them. So hopefully at least a couple of them are good. They're better. They have the potential to be better than even the Octadic capacitors from Ender IO, so could be very useful. I think we'll also take the TNT while we're here. Who knows? We might run into a use for it at some point. It's always fun to blow things up. Why not? Nice little find, though. Nice little jungle temple. Let's toss that stuff away as well. And we did find the mesa, so that's good. There's not really a whole lot in this mod pack that really encourages exploration. Like in some mod packs, they'll add, other dimensions. And I'm not talking about like RF tools dimensions. I'm talking about like dimensions, like the Aether or the Twilight Forest or some of that kind of stuff. And to be fair, some of those mods haven't actually updated past. In fact, most of those mods haven't updated past 1.7.10. So it is kind of hard to find those types of mods. But then there's mods that add structures that generate in the world as well. Things like Recurrent Complex or Roguelike Dungeons or Doom-like Dungeons or any of those sorts of things. Mods that basically really kind of encourage exploration and give you a reason to go exploring. And FTB Beyond, ironically, really doesn't have that, even though the logo for FTB Beyond is a couple of planets. There's really not a whole lot in this pack to kind of motivate you to explore. Other than, there's not even like biomes aplenty. You know what I mean? You won't really find any new biomes outside of the vanilla ones. So there's just not really a whole lot of reason to go exploring. At least not much, and that's kind of the reason we haven't done a whole lot of it in this series just yet, is because why explore when I have everything I need and I'm not really going to find anything, game-changing, so to speak. So that's kind of something to keep in mind. I don't tend to do a lot of, I don't intend to do a lot of exploring in this series because, as we just talked about, there's just not really that much stuff that I can find that would make it worthwhile. But you know what? Every now and again, it's nice to take a little bit of a break from working on the village project and working on our tech trees and all that kind of stuff. It's nice to take a little break from that sometimes and do something a little different. So today we are exploring this stuff, and it appears we have found another village, which is good because villages are one of the few things in this mod pack that are kind of worth it when it comes to exploration. Like, you're still not really going to find anything game-changing, but who knows? You might find something useful from time to time. Maple. Let's take that guy. Where's the one? This is the guy who was really hurt, who I accidentally whacked with my sword. We're going to take him instead. Put that in there. We will grab the apiaries because who knows? I may decide to get into bees at some point. I have tried so many times over the time that I've been playing Minecraft. I have tried so many times to get into bees and to enjoy bees, and I have never been successful in doing so. Every time I try to do bees, I'm like, oh, how can anyone actually find this fun? It's such a grind when it comes to bees. So it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know. Do I want to try this again? And then I eventually convince myself to do it again, and then I just instantly regret my decision. And I'm like, yep, mistakes were made. Shouldn't have done that. Now I remember why I dislike bees so much, And maybe it's just that I don't know what I'm doing, or maybe it's just that I'm not a patient person. But I have yet to be able to do bees and enjoy myself while doing so. But who knows? Maybe if you guys do have enough interest in it, I would consider giving it a try. I'm pretty sure we do have Gendustry in this pack, which I have heard does make bees a lot more tolerable. So that might be a thing, but we'll have to see. We'll consider it. We'll kind of play it by ear and go with the flow, so to speak. Also, another thing, a few days ago, I put out a preview video for a mod pack that I'm working on that is essentially a Vanilla Plus kind of mod pack. It's basically like vanilla, but with a couple of added tweaks and changes. No tech mods, no magic, no crate, nothing. There's nothing in that mod pack that I personally believe couldn't get added to the vanilla game, with the exception of like chisels and bits and a couple minor things for builders. But there's nothing in there that I don't think could get added to the vanilla game without fundamentally changing the feel of Minecraft. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's anything in that mod pack where if Mojang were to add it to the base game, people would like lose their minds. With the exception of a couple builders mods like chisels and bits and architecture craft and some stuff like that. But the reason that I bring it up is because in that video I said that mod pack, the intent is for that mod pack to replace FTB Beyond once I'm done playing FTB Beyond. And I just want to assure you guys that are watching FTB Beyond, that mod pack is not going to be done anytime soon. FTB Beyond is not going away anytime soon. We're just getting started with this series. We're working on the Village Project. The Village Project is actually kind of wrapping up here pretty soon, but we're almost finished with our village transformation. But then I think what we're going to do is we're going to move off to a different location and set up a quote-unquote proper base, if you know what I mean. Rather than basing in the village, we'll go somewhere and we'll establish a new base and you know, kind of build the entire thing by ourselves and do stuff like that. And I'm still kind of trying to decide what kind of a theme I want to go with there. If I want to do like a science fiction-y type base, or I kind of want to do a factory, but I like have been like unsuccessful at actually completing a factory for a while. And I think factories in some ways are kind of overdone when it comes to modded, just because, but part of that though is that modded really lends itself to factory builds in modded Minecraft. It really does, just because of the amount of different things that you would find in a factory that are added to the game by modded Minecraft. So I can see why factories are done often, but I don't think I want to do a factory in this series. I think I'm kind of leaning towards like a science fiction-esque base of some sort. I don't know. It's really hard for me to decide, but if you have ideas, by all means, let me know. Let me know what your thoughts on that are. As for the factory, that also reminds me, Future's Edge is a thing. Future's Edge is a series that I have been, or that I was playing before I started FTB Beyond, and I haven't officially ended Future's Edge, and I haven't even decided for sure that I'm going to officially end Future's Edge. But with that said, there hasn't been a Future's Edge video in a while. And that wasn't really intentional. It wasn't like I just decided to stop recording it. It just kind of worked out that way. And part of that is the fact that FTB Beyond, like, you guys are killing it. Absolutely killing it. FTB Beyond is, without a doubt, the most popular series on my channel in quite a while. And, I mean, if you guys are going to keep watching it and enjoying it and leaving comments and liking the videos and all that kind of stuff, then, like, why would I not put out more FTB Beyond videos? You know, if I can spend 3 or 4 hours on an FTB Beyond video and it's enjoyed by 15,000 people, and then I can spend 4 hours on a Future's Edge video and it's enjoyed by like 6,000 people, why would I not really kind of prioritize Beyond? You know what I mean? It's just a thing, and I'm enjoying it, and you guys are enjoying it, and it is. And I kind of reached a point in Future's Edge where like I'm really struggling to like figure out what to do next, because it's a little grindier than I initially thought it was when I first started playing it. Like, I knew it was going to be grindy to some extent, but I underestimated the grind involved in that pack, and I'm really not someone who enjoys like super grindy mod packs. That's why you haven't seen me play like Forever Stranded or Crash Landing or any of that kind of stuff. Like, that's just not really the type of mod pack that I personally like and enjoy. I'm not big on grind. I don't mind putting in a lot of time. I just like to do things in that time that I find fun and enjoyable, and grinding in front of like a Civ is not my idea of a good time. And that's not the way that Future's Edge is. Like, Future's Edge is definitely less grindy than your typical, like, hardcore survival type mod pack. But at the same time, there's definitely some grind. Like, when it comes to conduits, for example, you get 2 conduits for the recipe instead of 8. And there's just different, like, tweaks and changes to it. And I kind of underestimated the grind a little bit. And I've kind of lost inspiration for that series. And on the other hand, there's also another modded series that I'm hoping will be a thing, but that I'm starting to think is not going to be a thing. So we'll see how that goes. And that would take the place of FTB, or not of FTB Beyond, of Future's Edge. If that happens, if that other modded series happens, then Future's Edge will be replaced by that. And that's what my plan was, but now it's kind of looking like that plan might fall through. So we'll have to see. We'll play it by ear. We'll figure it out as we go. I do think we should probably call home. I have been rambling for a while. But who knows? Good talk, I guess. We did find a mesa. We did find a couple villages and stuff, so that's always good. Next episode, we will get back into working on the village properly. As I said, I'm not feeling super well today, so I apologize for kind of the explory nature of this video and the talky nature of it. It's just one of those things where I did have to get the video done. And I'm just not feeling the greatest today, so, yeah. But next time, we will dive back into the village project. We'll work on a couple more things. Probably, I'm hoping to finish it up, in the next episode, actually, because there's not really that much to do. And one thing that I do for all of my series, or at least all of my single-player series where I can do this, I do a world download every 25 episodes. Next episode is episode 25. So I would like to finish the village, at least almost finish the village next episode, so that when the world download goes out, you guys have kind of the finished product when it comes to the village. That's kind of my hope. And there's not that much to do. We basically have to deal with this house and this house, and then these little derpy houses over here, but those should be pretty easy. So that's kind of my hope. I may also stream Beyond tomorrow. We'll see. Or today for you, this afternoon, although the stream is going to be a little bit late because I have to take my wife and drop her off at the bus stop so that she can catch her bus up to Wisconsin for her business trip. So, yeah, that's the deal. But guys, I am out of time for this episode. So my friends, if you enjoyed this video, this little exploration/talky episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.